Welcome to Traffic Jam. My name is Leroy, and I'm gonna get right to it. Good morning, y'all, and happy Tuesday. And this is gonna be a shocking show that I ever done in this live stream. I'm just gonna talk about Raw on Netflix last night, and as you know, that this is after SummerSlam 2026, and I'm just gonna tell you why this Raw on Netflix actually worked, like fundamentally work. Um, in all this. I'm just gonna go by what I watch, and I did sleep overnight about this. Now I could have thought about like, maybe not put this live stream, but I'm actually just gonna give WWE props. I'm just gonna give them a clap in the hands. Yeah, that wasn't a good hand clap, but I'm actually gonna give them props. And I know this is insane. I know this is like I'm living in La La Land or something like that. But I'm gonna tell you why this Raw on Netflix actually worked, and it was fundamentally sound on this show. Now, if you see on the top left corner of LA Knight and Roman Reigns, and I'm just gonna talk about this segment as it is, and I'm just gonna paraphrase as I go through this. Roman Reigns, regardless what people think of this man, and everybody knows he had his match against Seth Rollins for the heavyweight championship. They said that's match of the year. This is the greatest match ever, greatest SummerSlam in history. That's what I'm here. I think people are. It was a decent. It just like I had my opinion on this. It was a moderate match, like any other match I've seen, man. And I'm not hating on these guys, man. I'm not the prisoner of the moment. I watched so many matches throughout my years of watching. That's not the match of the year. That's not the greatest match that I ever seen, man. I mean, I've seen better matches than what I just saw, man. But it was a moderate match, like you see on the show. But you get the idea. You just gotta go watch that on my as the adequate show as it was back yesterday. Now back to this. Roman Reigns in having this segment, and I'm just prepared for when he said that, hey, I'm a main eventer. This is who I am. Anybody that has a problem with this, should go back in the line. Because this is what megastars do. And then, as you know, LA Knight comes out. Um, and I do believe LA Knight has the biggest pop than any other in this company, man. Now, with him, Roman Reigns, it's like teeter and tottering as it is, man. But back to this segment, man. LA Knight called Roman Reigns a fraud, man. A fraud. Due to his bloodline with the Usos and Jacob Fatu. And, he can go on, then using those those references to Shield, like just doing that walkie talkie comical stuff. But you get the idea, man. And I'm just gonna go to the lines of what Roman says. Hey, that's what not megastars do. They don't bitch and moan about things. You should be back of the line. And then he just walk out on this, and then LA Knight just um give him like you just gotta watch that segment, man. I could go on and on with this. This was a cohesive segment as it is, because LA Knight has been chasing the bloodline since he got there, and he the last match he had this opportunity with Roman Reigns with when the bloodline interfered with that match. I believe it was either it was at the Royal Rumble, I believe so. Maybe I may be wrong, but it was probably that or Survivor Series. But I might have to go watch that, man. But it was a great segment, and it's rare that WWE puts on a cohesive segment out of nowhere, man. I actually like this segment as it is. I had to watch it twice to get an understanding what they're trying to do. But I feel like LA Knight right now needs this opportunity. They've seen it. Now, creative, and I always say this about Triple H, he's not an LA guy. It's documented, but they got to give this a chance. If they see what they see and the crowd reacts to that person and they get over like they say they do, as you know, Triple H did a press conference on last Saturday about who gets over on the show or not. But LA Knight is over with the fans. There's no question about it. We just got to see where this goes as it is, man. But I like the segment. I really do, man. Now, let's talk about, excuse me, Big Cass, his debut, destroying Javon Evans after Javon Evans win his match against Ethan Page of all people. Big Cass um did a Raw promo in the back saying that, hey, it's been 8 years. I've been buried and dead. I'm just paraphrasing when he said, no pun intended. 8 years, and he been saying 8 years, and I'm back. And he said, and he was saying like, it's nothing against Javon Evans. I'm just here to make a statement. I'm here, and I'm ready to destroy that's in my path, man. Big Cass, and I understand he was from AEW, call him Big Bill, and they haven't used this guy properly as it is, because AEW does not is I call him the no selling show because people don't sell on that show, but that's for another video another day. I'm just gonna talk about this well-paced segment it is. They're bringing Big Cat slowly. Now, everybody's saying that Enzo will be the caveat on this. Now, we'll just see about that. But I'm just saying they are trying to live the nostalgic. I wish they could just get rid of it and have a big makeover this. Now, I like this Big Cat's character as it is. He could be useful in the player, man. And I always say this, he could be used in like any faction that they need right now. I believe the Vision would need him desperately. Or a faction where I could talk about the boardroom, but that's for another video another day. Big Cass is a big dude. He went through so much throughout his career with his drug abuse and all that stuff. I know everybody believes people these days will talk what to them, but it is real, man. He went through so much, man, to recalibrate or rebirth his career as is. I just want to see where this goes, man. This is well paced, man. I feel bad for Javon Evans because every time he gets in these opportunities, he gets squashed by these others. And I just wish they could do something with Javon Evans. But back to Big Cass, man. Hey, this is well paced. I appreciate what this guy is doing. I'm rooting for this guy. I wish they could use him in any faction right now because he's a big dude, man. Look at that. Look at that man, man. Look at him. Look at him. He is ripped to the bone, man. And I know creative could screw this guy up big time, but this is a great debut. Everybody said this is a lackadaisical day because the crowd in Iowa they're just whack, man. They're just whack, man. But I like where this is going, man. Big Cass, hey, do your thing and just send a message to the guys on the roster, man. Do that. I can also talk about that's in the bottom left corner of Becky Lynch and Stephanie Valkyrie make their returns, man. After Liv Morgan in the Judgment with Roxanne Perez and freaking Raquel Rocket, which she is the Intercontinental Championship, after they had that match with Sol Ruca versus Roxanne Perez, and then a interference by the Judgment Day, man. I'm just going to talk about Sol Ruca just for right now. This is a tough spot for her right now. I just wish they could use her right now as it is. Now, they'll say she needs a lot of work to do. She doesn't need a lot of work to do, man. I just wish that they can just put her in a spot where she can be used. But it's just her personality is just not there, man. And the fact that they have to bring these women that you see on the screen, Becky Lynch, and I'm going to talk about Becky Lynch right now. She's better as a babyface than a heel to me, in my opinion. I like how she talked to Liv Morgan about, hey, you're not even the best, the greatest of all time in your group. Your 100 days is not the greatest that I've ever seen. I've been champion for I'm the one, I'm the best. Everybody's saying it. And I like how she translates from everybody's saying it from her heel to this babyface to the crowd, man. And regardless what people think of Becky Lynch, man, she is one of the best workers, and I'm saying the best women's worker in that company. It's not even close. I have to give her props to that. Many people may not. Now, I did see in Sports Illustrated that she is a top 20 all time. I mean, that we'll talk about that probably in this week because I have some questions about that. Let's go back to this segment, man. Stephanie Valkyrie made her debut, man. I liked how the entrance with the Kane fire entrance that they have on there. Like I said, man, I like Stephanie Valkyrie, man. Like I said, people said she is over with French, which she is with that Devil Kiss move and everything else, man. Because she has a sex appeal about her. I get it, because the marks will drool with this woman that you see on the screen. I like Stephanie Valkyrie, man. I just wish she was a heel, because she has that heel persona as it is, because she has that symbol. I think it was on her back, a Taurus, because that's her sign, man. But that's another video, another day. I like this segment, man, because the women's division is dying that it is, but to bring these two women back, they need to do something with this because it seems like Liv Morgan right now has her hands full with this because I feel like her character is dry as noodles. I just wish the Judgment Day would disband it as it is, but they're gonna keep this Judgment Day as long. Cause like I'd never seen the Judgment Day has a leader with 3 women and 2 guys in it, man. I don't think I can remember a faction like that where 3 women. Well, Liv Morgan is the actual leader, and then everybody else it just falls in line, man. How does that happen in these factions, man? Because it would be the male dominant that's controlling everything, but you got 3 women and 2 guys in, which is Dirty Dom and Jamie McDonough, man. And it was a well balanced segment, man. I'm glad these women are back. I know it's hard for me to say this because I'm critical on the women's division. I'm glad these 2 women are back to stir the pot, man. There are some interesting storylines they can do, man. I just wish creative can just take this segment and run with it and move forward. But creative will do something lackadaisical to the purpose, man. But this was a well-balanced segment. It just gives me interest in the women's division now on Raw and Netflix because these 2 women that you see on the screen do put a lot of effort in this. I just wish they could just be their own selves than just being the actual character that they have when they read those, as you see on Unreal, man, to get from point A to point B. This was a balanced, well segment, man. I'll give them props for that. Now, let me talk about Olufemi in the Braun Breaker stare down, man. This, and I'm going to say this right now about Olufemi, man. This is a lot of pressure on this guy right now because once you get past the torch, as you know, Brock Lesnar passed the torch to Olufemi in WWE, and everybody knows Brock Lesnar may retire this. I don't think he's going to retire. I think he's going to take a break from this, and then he'll make his return to either Survivor Series or War Games or Royal Rumble or maybe close to WrestleMania 43, man. But we don't know, man. But he's not retiring, man, in my opinion. He's not, man. And Olufemi in this situation, and I like that he is wearing that Reverend Count outfit, man. It does look good. No, pause. It looked good as the character that he has right now. It's cool that it is doing that. And then I'll talk about Paul Heyman. I'll put this as a bonus, man. I like they did the vignettes on Brock Lesnar's career from where he started as it is, and then for what he is today, man. And it's crazy that Brock Lesnar has done everything that he did. And I always say he's a Hall of Famer at the end of the day. He really is, man. And them having those vignettes of him doing all this, what he has done in WWE and the UFC, and then come back and then wreak havoc as it is, man. And it's cool that he's doing this. It was a good vignette, man. And then had Paul Heyman just look at it, then Olufemi come by saying thank you for Brock Lesnar, and then Paul Heyman give him the handshake as it is, man. And I could talk about the Olufemi segment that's hey, anybody that stands in my path, the ruler, conqueror, will have to get passed by me, man. And as you know, that Olufemi was doing his interest, the Vision's the Vision interest music came out, and who came out of nowhere and gave him that damn death stare? Braun Breaker, man. And I'm talking about Braun Breaker, man, in this situation. I do feel bad for this guy. I know everybody thinks that he is being forced, but if everybody just watch Unreal, man, he's a yes man at the end of the day, man. I'm not gonna take that. It's just, you gotta watch Unreal, man. He's a yes man in that company, but I do feel like this is a purposeful segment, because if you watch that segment, you see the stare down between Olufemi and Braun Breaker. This is a tease, man. I just wish they could take this for what it is. And Braun Breaker, I don't know who did this in this segment, man, or either it was Braun Breaker or creative was giving that stare down. And he was staring at Olufemi, not only just, metaphorically, but he was staring down at that entrance just for like a good minute, man. And that is just rare that you see in these segments these days, man. He did a stare down couldn't take his off on for him because he was having a match with Joe Henry, and I do feel bad for Joe Henry in this situation. Couldn't take Braun Breaker couldn't take his mind off of Obafemi the entire time, and he just lost control. He he lost control of this, and he squashed Joe Henry 1, 2, 3, and then for Austin Theory, man, yeah, he's gonna be in the doghouse in a few minutes, man. And having this beat down with this, it's just people didn't care about that. Maxine, man, like they didn't care about those two guys. It was all about Braun Breaker and the Obafemi stare down, man. This was purposeful as it is. I like the segment, man. I really do. I just wish they could take this segment moving forward and build a story around this. Now, WWE will take their slow ass time with this to build this up, man. Because I feel like Braun Breaker is a big player in this. Now, I am concerned about them doing this tease, man, that Obafemi will be one dimension. And I'll talk about Obafemi will not save the WWE. It will be a controversial video in the future, man, because he can't be one dimensional in this as a performer, man. Because I feel like Obafemi is getting that, that Goldberg treatment as it is, where he just terrorizes and destroys that in this path, man. They need to have when there's a strength, there's a weakness in these characters, man. And I just feel like they need to do something with this, man. Because I do feel like Braun Breaker it is frustrated with creator because he's in this tag team champions with Austin Theory. It's sad that he is voicing his opinion. I wish the man could speak up and say, hey, I'm a big player. This is what I need to be at. I'm not no jobber. I'm not no freaking mid-card. I'm a main event. And I truly believe he's a main event. Now, this may be the theory of this, or maybe it's documented that he has the Steiner name and all of this, man. And that's what he's probably getting hurt in this. But it's petty. If that's the case, man, that's petty as it is, man. Because, the wrestling business is a petty business, man. It just is, man. But I like the segment, man, where Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman had this discussion and they say, hey, that's your new best friend. And, Paul Heyman just, like, losing his freaking mind. And it's like he just doesn't – it's like he doesn't get it at all, man. He doesn't get it. Like, this segment, man, I wanted to see what's going to happen with these two guys down the road. They will have to save this because you don't want to rush this. I really like this segment. This was probably the first time in a long time that I've seen they do something that has a meaning in all this. Because that's the story right there. Braun Breaker is jealous of Obafemi getting this shine and all this, and Braun Breaker is just trying to fight his way to the top, man. They need to use this and take this for what it is, man. Man, it was a good segment. It really is, man. I could also talk about the street fight with Jacob Fatu and Royce Keys in the street fight match. And, Jacob Fatu got the win and bloody up Royce Keys to the pulp. I think they're going to write off Royce Keys for a while, man, for this. And, Roman Reigns came out and gave him the clap, gave him like the shake. You know what? Hey, good job, good job. You send a message to the WWE that we don't play around here, man. And, we could do this with Rey Mysterio with AAA because, he's the manager of that, doing works with Roman Reigns. I don't know what's going on with this, but we have to see, man. Really do, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. This Raw on Netflix actually worked. They really need to take a copy and I'm talking about create a copy of this episode and take it from where it is, man. Because this was actually a good show. This is rare. This is probably the best Raw show that I've seen probably like all year long. Because they need to do something like this, man. It was just so fundamentally sound as it is, man. And it was cohesiveness, the purposefulness, the story-driven, the balance, the well-paced. Now, I do not like these damn ads that I've seen. And these ads on these commercials, man, it's just drive me to the freaking pulp, man. It really does, man. But overall, this was actually a good Raw show. I rarely say these things like this. I am surprised that they take this. I don't know what got over there. I guess they felt the pressure from the fans, but from TKO, from Endeavor, Silver Lake, and Netflix of all people say, hey, they need to shake things up, man. Because I'm gonna say this right now, football's around the corner, man. and they need to pick it up the pace right now because football is not just the America sport, it's an international sport, man. And football is all year fall season, all day long, man. On Mondays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, on the weekends mostly, but it's mostly Mondays and Fridays, man. Yeah, man, this was actually a good Raw show, man. And I wish they could take a copy of this episode and see what they did so well. Because this was fundamentally good. Yes, I said it, fundamentally good, man. It was a good Raw show, man. I am proud of what they done. I'll give creative props for this. I don't know what they did with this. I'm so proud of them. I will give them a hands clap. Let me do this. Like, good job, creative man. You finally woke the freak up from you know what. This was a good Raw show, man. I'm proud of them. Hey, take this episode, man, and go and run with this, man. Take for what it is. Take for what it is. Thank y'all for tuning in here, man. You have a good day and be safe, guys. Be safe.